Okay, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I am your host, Andrea Page. I'm a holistic health practitioner with nearly 20 years experience in the healthcare field. And the first 10 of those were in radiation oncology. So I worked in conventional healthcare and conventional oncology for many, many years. And in the last 8 years, I transitioned to holistic oncology. So that is my main focus of my business. Although since I have discovered Healy and started working with frequencies, it's really expanded my life, my business, my friends, my clients, my animals. Everybody is impacted by this. So yeah, and I'm really just inspired to share a lot of the knowledge that I've gained over the years. And I'm really big on integration. And so how we infuse the frequencies with a lot of these other health parameters and concepts. And very much aligned with the mission and vision of Healy, which is really about empowerment. That's the whole point of these calls, is really education, empowerment for us to learn how to use these frequencies, to share with other people, to have a bigger impact, and really inspire others in this growing community and have an impact in the world. So these Wellness Wednesdays, they happen the second and fourth Wednesday of the month. And the last call I did was on inflammation. So if you didn't watch that one, you can check it out on my YouTube or it's in the Telegram group. And today's topic, we are going to talk about detoxification. So we'll dive into what that is, what toxins are. We'll talk about frequencies, and then as always at the end, some naturopathy and lifestyle support. So detoxification. I have this saying now that the question is not if you should detox, but really when. We're bombarded by so many different things in our life, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. And so doing a detoxification on a fairly regular basis, even if it's once a year, ideally more like 3 or 4, those can be gentle. I think there's a lot of different approaches to detox. And so I'm really practical with all of the things that I do in holistic health. I really want to make it manageable and sustainable for people and feel like that they can do it and have great results. So what is a detox? It's defined as an elimination of an overload of toxins that have accumulated in the body. When I did my training, I learned more of it from a depuration, which is really a whole body toxin elimination. And a detox is actually more of a specific removal of specific toxins. And I kind of try to incorporate both when I do detoxes with clients and with myself. So a regular detox is really great for prevention from illness, from disease. It helps strengthen the immune system, our lymphatic system, and just overall general health and well-being. So toxins are harmful foreign substances that enter our body. And typically, and I talked about this in the last talk about inflammation, is that when our body recognizes a foreign substance, our immune system gets to work to try and neutralize that and eliminate it from the body. And what happens is that if our immune system is not able to remove these toxins, then we have this buildup of toxins over time. And so when our immune system is not able to do that, these toxins get stored in our cells and our tissues and our organs. And often they can be stored in there for years, often without showing any signs or symptoms. But once these toxins reach a point, sort of the tipping point, where the body moves out of homeostasis, that is really when we start to experience any symptoms. And this is known as toxic overload. So what can toxins do in our body? They can combine and destroy enzymes, which are really, really important for all bodily processes. They can interfere with our circulation. They can block transmission of nerve impulses. They can interact with hormones, causing any kind of glandular imbalances. So we're seeing a lot more of these in the thyroid, with the pancreas, and especially in the reproductive organs. This is what I'm seeing more and more in my practice. The toxins can also stagnate in the cells and the muscles, and especially the connective tissue. Nobody talks about the connective tissue. There's a beautiful program for connective tissue in Meridian's program. But really, this is the matrix. This is where all the things are happening in our body, and it's a really overlooked area, in my opinion. But over time, what happens is once we have this bombardment of toxins, that our detoxification process in the body and our eliminative organs become overwhelmed. And this results in chronic issues, illness, and over the long term, some dis-ease in the body. So where do we get these toxins from? Well, there's many different ways, but environment is a huge one. We can get it from our air or water or food. If the food that we're eating has pesticides or herbicides, a lot of the cleaning products or personal hygiene products. So we'll talk later about how to be more mindful of these and how to sort of prevent or mitigate or reduce our exposure. Our foods, the chemicals, processed foods, fast foods, pharmaceuticals, even alcohol, caffeine, and tobacco. We can get toxins from these. And quite often it's not necessarily the food itself, but it's the metabolic reactions. Sorry. And really what happens is when the body breaks these down, that it releases these byproducts. And that is when we can have more of the symptoms. And so that what happens is the toxins build up, they're not eliminated properly, and that's where we start to have symptoms. And the symptoms can be mild, and sometimes we don't really attribute them to an overload of toxins, and sometimes they're more overt. Okay. Also in our intestinal microbes, so we can have an excess of bacteria, yeast, parasites. Candida is a major issue now, same with parasites. And what these really do is compromise our digestion, our immune system, because 80 to 90% of our immune system is located in our digestive system. And these can lead to toxins entering our bloodstream. Also, emotional toxins from stress, fear, trauma that's stored in our tissues, and memories of those. And these really affect more of the nervous system, hormonal system, and lower, in the end, it can lower the immune system and also our body's ability to detoxify. And then also toxins from lifestyle. This is really the main one, in my opinion. And this can happen from poor sleep, which also throws our hormones out of whack, affects our nervous system, lack of movement. Dehydration is a huge one. I did a talk on dehydration not that long ago. And then inflammation as well. And all of these really compromise our detoxification pathway. Okay. So as I was saying at the beginning, it's not if you need a detox, but really when. These are signs that you might need a detox. Common things. Well, I'll go through some of these, but you can read the list in the replay perhaps. So skin problems are a major one. This is our skin is our largest organ. And so we tend to expel a lot of our toxins through our skin. So if we have any kind of skin problems, it could be a sign that a detox is needed. Frequent headaches, brain fog is a huge one, feeling tired, low energy, or just exhausted all of the time. Waking, not feeling well rested, poor memory, concentration issues. Food cravings are a huge one, definitely, and food and scent intolerances can indicate a digestive imbalance, digestive disturbances, whether you have diarrhea or constipation, gas and bloating. This is the one that's more of the microbes that are involved. Aches and pains is a really common one in joints and muscles, or just feeling like when you wake up, you feel much older than you actually are. Frequent colds and viruses and not recovering fast, and also resistance to any kind of infections. Mood changes, depression, anxiety, where they weren't previously there. That's a really common one as well. And then chronic inflammation, not feeling well despite eating clean. I get this a lot from my clients. They're like, well, I do all the right things, and yet I just don't have a lot of energy. And quite often what the underlying one for this one is really parasites or candida, and quite often both. Allergies are another huge one. So especially if they're no longer seasonal, like if you used to have seasonal allergies and now they're a little bit more common or chronic, that can be a sign that you need a detox as well. And then obviously any chronic illness or a diagnosis. So this would be like chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, any neurodegenerative conditions, autoimmune issues, cancer, and diabetes are a huge one. And so what are the benefits of a detox? Well, there are many. And anybody that's gone through a detox knows that they kind of go through this healing crisis. Their energy lowers. They feel like crap for a lot of it. And then they come out the other side and they feel refreshed, rejuvenated, more energy, better digestion, mental clarity, no more brain fog, healthier and clearer skin, more balanced mood and emotions are a huge one. Reduced allergic reactions, and just overall better health. Resolution of headaches, reduced pain and inflammation. Weight loss is a big one that happens on detox for people, and improved organ function and elimination organs, reduced inflammation, as I said, strengthened immunity, better sleep, and then waking feeling rested. That is an amazing one. And Healy really helped me with this, actually. And then ideally, disease or dis-ease reversal. So any kind of major manifestation can be reversed. So how do we remove toxins? As we're going to discuss today, a comprehensive detox protocol is always ideal, especially if someone is in more of a chronic state. Hydration, hydration, hydration. They estimate that 80% of a population is dehydrated. And if you watch the talk that I did about dehydration, is so important for so many processes in the body. And especially if somebody is doing a detox, hydration is even more important because we want to flush those toxins through our body. We want to sweat them out through our skin and just really help the body remove those toxins as they're being released from our tissues. There are a lot of herbs and supplements that you can use for detox support. And really addressing the inflammation and the immune system dysregulation. So this is more of the root cause, the underlying issues. So healing the gut is really foundational, is the starting point, really. Altering our diet and nutrition, and managing our stress and emotions. This is a huge one. Having optimal nutrition for you and your body type and your lifestyle, and then also using non-toxic cookware. So this is what we were talking about our exposure to toxins. And there's so many things that I think people use in their day-to-day life that don't even realize that it's can be more harmful than helpful. So just becoming more mindful and aware of those products that we have in our life, non-toxic personal products and cleaning supplies. So moving more to sort of greener, cleaner products. And then movement is huge for sweating, for lymphatic drainage, really, again, getting the movement of the toxins out of the body. So the complete elimination of. And then any kind of energy work, which is what we're going to talk about here, and dealing with emotional and trauma healing. So really, quite often, what I've come to see in my many years of experience in healthcare is that when people have a physical manifestation, there quite often is an underlying emotional or psychological or energetic imbalance. And so bringing those back into balance can really help with disease resolution. And of course, how do we remove toxins? By using frequencies. So when I did my training, Dr. Hulda Clark, she's legendary in my world, and she really identified the importance of doing a detoxification in a particular order. So this is, I've done this cleanse with many, many, many of my clients, and we always start with digestion. You can do simultaneously a parasite cleanse. I like to get started with my clients on a digestive cleanse first for a week or two, and then start to integrate the parasite cleanse, especially if they've had digestive disturbances, because you want to open the channels, the pathways of elimination before you start to try to remove the toxins. You want to make sure that everything is flowing optimally, regularly, because once we start to speed up that process of detoxification, we want to make sure that we can get it out of the body. So really ensuring that the colon is working optimally, regularly, ideally daily or multiple times daily. So starting with a digestive cleanse, moving on to a parasite. Candida is an optional part of the cleanse. Typically, I have people do a questionnaire to determine if they're at risk. Usually they are, have signs and symptoms of Candida present in the body. So this can be another one that they do after that. And then doing a kidney cleanse. Again, this is a major pathway of elimination, kidneys and bladder. And then doing a liver flush or a liver cleanse. Now this one can be pretty intense if you've never done it before. So that's why it's always nice to kind of like lead up to it with these previous ones. And if somebody has never done a liver cleanse, then it's even more important for these pathways to be open. because once you do a liver flush, you will be amazed by what the liver will dump out into your system. And so you want to ensure that the body can optimally eliminate that. And then again, the heavy metal cleanse, similar to the Candida, is optional. Anybody that has a chronic illness, I highly recommend doing this at the end because of our exposure in our lifestyles and in our environment. This is one that I see commonly with people that have a chronic illness is there are heavy metals in their body that need to be removed. So in addition to Hulda Clark's protocol, I have come to develop something that I call a quantum detox. And so it's an overlay of Hulda Clark's method with the 5-element theory. And so the autumn in 5 elements is the metal, and this is the lungs and the colon, which is very similar to Hulda Clark, cleaning the colon, the digestive first. And our lungs are another massive organ of elimination. And so it's a sort of an infusion of the two. So after the winter is kidney and bladder, springtime is liver and gallbladder, the summer is the heart, which I see as blood and small intestine, and then following that late summer, which is spleen, pancreas, and stomach. So in my quantum detox, I do the cleanses and then also the supportive frequencies. So this is something that I've been doing with my clients the last couple of months. They've been getting amazing success and really feeling that it's addressing holistically in an integrative way, because we're not just cleansing physically, but it's cleansing emotionally, mentally, energetically. It's really optimizing and balancing our body and our bioenergetic field, which is so important because they interact together all of the time. So Hulda Clark, she does the digestive cleanse with or without the parasites in the Candida. And so linking this with the 5 elements, which is the lung and the colon and the autumn. And conveniently enough, we are in autumn. So this is the perfect time to do a cleanse. And so you can see how these all kind of line up really nicely. So the Chinese medicine, what I love about the 5 elements in Chinese medicine is that it really looks at organ systems, not just in this physiological or physical function, but they believe that our organs store different emotions, store different memories. And so this is, again, the quantum detox is really addressing it holistically for a complete detox within our bodies and our energy. Okay, so first I thought we'd dive into frequencies. So we, as always, Gold Cycle are my favorite ones. These are the detox frequencies. It's really about restoring cellular health. So all of these in here are really amazing for detoxification. Pure is the foundational one. This is really working with the kidneys and the lungs. Care is really about boosting our immune system. Balance is anything that's flowing through our body. So this is kidneys, circulation, lymphatic system, and hormones. This is a really amazing one for detox as well. Being is really balancing our emotions. Energy is really increasing energy production, and also it's great for combating fatigue. So this can be a really nice one when you're doing a detox and you feel a little bit lower energy. The energy one is really nice. And then relax is really about anti-stress frequencies and nervous system support. So this can be really nice too if when you're in a detox and it's sort of exacerbating any nervous system imbalances. This is a nice one. And then release is an amazing one for detox, releasing pain, releasing emotions, releasing unpleasant sensations, really working at that holistic level of mind, body, and spirit. And then deep cycle, always recommended that the Gold Cycle programs are used first. And then the deep cycle programs, these ones were designed to work on our bioenergetic field. So this is a really deeper energetic and emotional detox. So really all of these, again, like the Gold Cycle, all of these frequency programs are incredible for detoxification. The moving through the applications is ideal. Clean All is really cleaning the whole body. Digest All is great if you're doing the digestive cleanse. So I guess I should have prefaced with the frequency programs is depending on where one is at with that frequency protocol, where they're whatever ones they're the organ system that they're focusing on, the frequencies would be specific for those. So for the purpose of this talk, because this is such a massive topic, I'm really just talking about detoxification in general. But I am in the process of like putting together these would be great for a digestive cleanse, and this would be great for a kidney cleanse, and so on. But all of the deep cycle are really, really amazing for moving beyond just a physical detoxification, but really getting at that sort of energetic and emotional level. Oops. So bioenergetic harmony 1 and 2, these ones have a plethora of different programs to choose from. Again, based on where you're at with the detox process, you would select programs that support that, whatever organ system that you're working on. So for instance, if you're doing the digestive cleanse at the beginning, doing something like hypersensitivity in bioenergetic harmony 1, or gastrointestinal, bacteria, toxins, food sensitivities, any of these would be really, really supportive for digestion. And then moving into, kidneys or liver, depending on where you're at, again, choosing ones that would be most supportive, and then as well using the analysis to determine what your body needs in that moment. The meridians are really great too for addressing the kind of the 5 elements Chinese medicine component of the detox, really working at this deeper emotional and energetic level to optimize the flow of energy through these organ systems. So depending on what part of the detox you're doing, using these ones to support are really, really amazing. And then we have all of there's so many in digital nutrition. And again, it would depend on which cleanse you're doing. But I just gave a couple of suggestions based on the different mixtures. So in number 1, we have kidneys and heart. Number 2, there's age, liver, blood, and amino acids, which are really the building blocks, which is great for repair, regeneration. If you're doing a detox, because we're removing the toxins, then we're going to rebuild new cells, we want to have the optimal nutrients for that. In number 3, we have toxins, antioxidants, and the lymphatic system, which are all really beneficial for removing toxins from the body. And then in digital mixtures, number 4, we have regeneration, fatigue, psyche. These ones have beautiful nutrients, and these ones are a little bit more for nervous system support, which are great. And then number 5, motion, activation, and reduction. These ones have a lot of B vitamins, a lot of tissue rebuilding. So those are really important as well. And then in number 6, bioinformation and tissue. So this list is not complete at all. There are so many to choose because there are 72 different programs in the digital nutrition mixtures. But again, using either the analysis or intuition, or based on what part of the cleanse that you are in. And then detox and regeneration. So fitness, this is actually I love this program because beyond the physical, it actually supports the body in a really incredible way. So you don't even have to be working out or having a crazy fitness routine to be using these frequency programs to support yourself. If you look at the definition from Healy about weight, is bioenergetic stimulation of the organs that eliminate waste products, which is amazing when you're doing a detoxification. Muscles is really bioenergetic optimization of cell regeneration. So this is great when you're rebuilding from a detox. Same with circulation, optimizing the flow, removing the toxins from our bodies, so supporting the circulatory system, which is supporting the blood supply, that supports metabolism, which is really great because when we're doing a detoxification, it really supports the metabolic processes that are happening in the body and resets your metabolism once you've moved through the detox. And then performance is energetic activation of life energy. And this is actually one of my favorite programs. Well, I have many favorite programs in Healy, but I use this one a lot. And not just for fitness, but also I talk a lot about this, how I use this one even in when I'm working and focusing and want to have performance in my creative work. And then regeneration and deep relaxation are amazing when you're in that sort of rebuilding process or supporting the nervous system again. And then, most of the programs in Healy could be used in some form or another for detox, but these ones are really great for dealing with any mental, physical, emotional, or environmental stress. So this is a big part of the toxins that come into our body. It's not just what we put on or in our skin, but it's, what comes into our mind, what comes into our emotions, what comes into our energy field, and really being able to protect ourselves and clear that out as well. Because when we take it in with our emotions or our mind or our energy, if we're continuously bombarded, that's when we have the physical manifestations, in my opinion. So working with these programs here are really amazing for building that strong bioenergetic field around us, feeling really balanced in our emotions and our minds. And coherence, one of the amazing programs of Keely, of really bringing the heart and the mind into balance. And I realized after I put all this together, I didn't include the Power of Three programs, but these ones are really are about strengthening the digestive system, again, physically, emotionally, energetically. And so these ones would be amazing too. I should have put that in there, but yeah, those ones are really good too. I did a whole talk about the Power of Three, and how that can support you. So it would be great to do Power of Three programs, especially if somebody is in the digestive detox process. So in terms of the naturopathic approach to detoxification, I see this as like a 3-part process. So the first is really stopping exposure or mitigating exposure. So being mindful of our physical, mental, and emotional toxins that are in our environment. So one is stopping exposure. The second one is really reducing and eliminating the toxic burden within the body. So this is doing the actual cleanses, whether that is with herbs and food, and as well with the frequencies. And then the third part of that is once you've completed the digestive or the detoxification process, about replenishing, restoring, and rebalancing our body and our bioenergetic fields. So really, I have here at the bottom, which is really important, is the journey towards wellness from most manifestations and illnesses requires a detox process. So most of my clients that I work with have cancer, and absolutely 100% a detoxification process is necessary for them. Usually, quite often in my experience, is that with something like cancer, that there is a toxic overwhelm within their body, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, again, but really a detox is necessary. And I would say that this is probably true for anybody that has a long-term or long-standing condition or situation that's going on. A detox can be really, really helpful. Okay, so other things, lifestyle support, again, hydration. I can't stress this enough, and being really mindful about the water quality and ensuring quantity, that we are getting enough and adequate, especially in a detox process. You will want to drink more water. Nutrition and herbs, using food as medicine, using herbs that are organ specific depending on where you're at with the detox process. So there are herbs that are really great for the digestive cleanse and really ensuring the pathways are opening and cleansing and healing the mucous membranes. And same with the kidneys. There are specific kidney ones that support the kidney for flushing and also optimizing. And really with nutrition, it's about choosing clean, whole, organic foods whenever possible. And sort of a segue to this is healing the gut. So this has the dual benefit of improving your digestive system and creating a really robust immune system, so that when our immune system is strong, we can find and locate these foreign pathogens that are coming in and being able to neutralize and eliminate them as quick as possible, so that they don't get stored in our body or our energy fields. And then as well, being mindful of products that you put both into and onto your body. Some other things is practice deep breathing. We get rid of a lot of toxins through our lungs. And this is, especially in the autumn portion of a cleanse, where you're focusing on the colon and the lungs, doing some deep breathing practices, really expand the lungs, allow us to eliminate a lot of toxins through that sort of chemical process that happens. Trying to exercise most days. As I had talked about earlier, sweat is really removing a lot of our toxins. It's improving our blood flow and lymphatic drainage and circulation throughout the body. And that's and this can be a really good one to do while you're detoxing, and even beyond the exercise, doing saunas or doing just sort of stimulating the body and activating the body to remove a lot of the toxins through our skin can be really helpful. Meditation and mindfulness practices. So stress is responsible for 95% of all illness, I think, is the statistic nowadays. So really being mindful about how we're managing stress in our life, how it manifests in our life, and being more mindful about ways to help us deal with that or manage it or reduce it if possible. And then a really odd naturopathic one is dry brushing. So you can get specific gloves or a brush and just practicing with the skin, and then also brushing your tongue. So a lot of people skip this and they just brush their teeth and not their tongue, but we actually store a lot of bacteria and pathogens on our tongue. So having a good practice of brushing our tongue while or after we've brushed our teeth can be really, really helpful for reducing toxic exposure in our body. And so I'm just going to finish with this quote that a detox is an opportunity to give your body a break and allow your own self-cleansing and self-healing processes to kick into gear. So this is more geared towards, say, a physical detox. And I would take this one step forward or further with really coming at the quantum detox lens of beyond just cleaning our physical body. How do we clean and detoxify and cleanse and purify our mental energy and our emotional energy and our bioenergetic fields? And so the fall is the perfect time to detox. And so again, this is really related to Chinese medicine, but our bodies tend to build up a lot of toxins in the summer heat. This is when the heart is really strong in Chinese 5 elements. And so we store a lot of this energy, this heat in the summertime, and then it's a good time to release it in the fall. A lot of people experience more allergies in the fall. They report more headaches. And so doing a detox can really help mitigate those and really allow us to enter into the winter, which is kidneys and bladder, and support our bodies in that way. So it's a wonderful time to slow down. If you notice, the trees start to lose their leaves and everything is sort of like calming down. The summer can be really busy, and then the fall is like this opportunity to move into more of a slower pace. And as this says here, autumn is a wonderful time to slow down and move the focus inward. Purging that toxicity is keeping us from being the best versions of ourselves. So as we do a detox, really, you will find that once you've done that full detox that you feel so much more energetic. And really, when you come out the other side, you feel like a different person than when you first started the cleanse. You purge on so many levels. So I just want to finish with the current Healy promotions. So all of the devices are still 50% off until Friday. So if you, I think Diane mentioned she's in her fast start. So this is a great opportunity to bring on anyone and share this amazing device at this really amazing promo. And then our new Mag Healy is out. And I think this has been extended now until September 30th as well, being able to access the Mag Healy for only $125 a month. So that's a really great promo as well. And as always, we have a Telegram group for Healy Wellness and Empowerment. But in addition to these talks, there are so many amazing presentations that are going on throughout the week. So definitely speaking with the person that shared this with you or your upline in terms of what is available. But on Tech Tip Tuesday, Ken Close has his talk, which is a Q&A, and really diving deep into Healy applications. There's Healy for Beginners and Beyond on Thursdays. There is Wellness Wednesday as well that happens at, it happens at 11 a.m. my time. So that would be 1 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, so there's lots of opportunities to engage and learn more about this amazing technology and medicine. So that is the end of the detox. I mean, I could go on for hours, but that's probably a lot of information for one talk. So I'll open it up now if anybody has any questions or comments or shares.
I share. This was flippin' amazing. Thank you so much, Andrea. I really feel inspired to do a cleanse now. Quantum detox, totally, because I'm always, I know I need to be cleansing. It's just like, do I want to, let go of this and that? So it hasn't been the right time yet, but it makes total sense to now do a deep dive. And, while I was listening, I'm like, we should do a team cleanse, for the entire team, and then support with frequencies. So that's something we should maybe ponder about. Because
it's coming. I'm putting it together.
Oh, you are? Oh my God. Perfect. Yeah. Do you know when? By when?
Soon, like in a week or.
Oh, yay. And where will you post? Where will we hear about it?
I'll share it in the groups. I'll share it in our group. And yeah, it's just it came to me when I was preparing this. I was like, oh, this is like, we could deep dive with this and really do but in a gentle way, not that it's going to like take over your life, but like, how do we do a gentle detox for our digestive system and running frequencies to support that, and then move into the kidneys and just kind of, to flow easily.
Yeah. And I'm someone, I function better in a team or like accountability than feeling I'm all by myself, doing this. So I super appreciate it. That's fabulous. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Yeah,
I've never done a cleanse, and knowing that a group one would be coming up and people would be there in it with me and supporting me in it and experiencing the same things makes it seem a lot less daunting. And especially to have like instruction and step-by-step information, I think that sounds absolutely amazing. I'll be in.
Okay, I'll keep you posted. Yeah, there'll be like nutrition and recipes and even yoga practices that you can do, breath work. It's going to just be all the things, and people can dive in as much or as little as they want, but just feel supported. That's kind of the goal.
That's awesome.
And I assume it may inspire people to also get a Healy when they hear about like people who have been on the fence. I don't know, is it the right time? So to receive a whole package in a sense, or be part of a bigger picture right from the beginning with Healy and cleansing, that's pretty phenomenal. Thanks.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing detoxes with people and myself for decades, and adding in the frequencies, because I've done this with myself over the last couple of months. I've been sort of guinea pigging with this, and adding the frequencies is like a whole other element, because it's not just cleansing the body, as I was mentioning in the talk. It's really about balancing our bioenergetic field as well. It's just moving beyond the physical into the non-physical as well. So yeah, cool. I'll keep you guys posted.
And I'm super interested, as you say, to go beyond the physical, like mentally, emotionally detox. How we store so much stuff in our tissues emotionally, to finally let that go too. It really feels next level.
Yeah, through intention and consciousness, right? It's like really letting go. So amazing.
Yeah, it seems like, the detox is about letting go of so much, but the frequency seems like it's going to be filling us up with all the good stuff. And it seems like a really good hand-in-hand timeline of getting rid of the bad and putting in the good. And I've always thought detoxes sound a little scary, but this sounds actually really exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, right? I thought so. Cool. Evangelina says, thank you so much. Many aha moments. Awesome.
For sure.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed, and I'll post this in the replay. So please share with your people if they're interested as well and want to learn more about detox and how to integrate the frequencies with it. Just takes it to the next level.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Aloha.
Right, in a couple weeks. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Aloha.